Today we'll be finding an angle using trigonometric ratios. So first we need to review our trig ratios, and then we will be able to find our angle. So trig ratios we know by the mnemonic SOHCAHTOA. SOHCAHTOA, I'm going to write here, SOHCAHTOA. So let's review. The S in SO stands for sine. The C in ka stands for cosine. And the T in TOA stands for tangent. Now, the letters that follow are our ratios. So O is our opposite over our hypotenuse. For ka, we have cosine is adjacent over hypotenuse. And for tan and TOA, we have opposite over adjacent. We will use these ratios in our triangle to solve for the missing angle. Let's get started. In the right triangle ABC, side C, the hypotenuse, measures 25 inches and side B measures 24 inches. Find the measure of angle B. So I'm going to first look at, what do we know? We know side C, the hypotenuse, is on the hypotenuse. So a hypotenuse is always directly across from our right angle. So I will label this side C, and it measures 25 inches. 25. C equals 25. And then I also know we have side B, and it measures 24 inches. Now, I don't know which one is side B, and it doesn't really matter. I'm going to choose the longer side because it looks, for me, a little bit closer to the 25. So side B equals 24. Okay, now we need to find the measure of angle B. Well, where's angle B? We always know that our angles correspond to our sides. So with trigonometric ratios, the side name is always opposite to the angle. So side C right here, our 90-degree angle is going to be angle C. Therefore, side B is opposite to this angle. So side B corresponds with angle B. And our goal today is to find the measure of angle B. So I'm just going to mark that here so we stay focused on which angle we're trying to solve. Okay, so now that we have information on our triangle, we need to label our sides according to SOHCAHTOA. So the world is now revolving around angle B because that is what we are trying to find. So this is the hypotenuse. I'm going to label that H. This side is next to angle B, so it is adjacent, so it gets the label A. And side B then is opposite to angle B, so it gets the label O for opposite. Now, we look at which sides have our information, our hypotenuse and our opposite. So I look over here, and which one of these uses opposite and hypotenuse? Opposite and hypotenuse right here. That's our sine function. So this tells me that the sine of this angle, the sine of angle B, is equivalent to the ratio opposite over hypotenuse. So my opposite is 24 and my hypotenuse is 25. Okay, well, we found the ratio, but we are trying to find the measure of angle B, so we're not quite finished. we need to remove the sine function from angle B in order to have fully solved. So now what we need to do is use inverse functions. So inverse functions can be done on our calculator. And what it does is we need to take the inverse function of sine to remove sine B. So what I'm doing essentially is sine, the inverse of sine to our sine B cancels out the sines. But if we do this to one side, just like in algebra, we must do it to the other side. So we're going to take the inverse sine also to this number. So on our calculator, what we're going to do then is take, this is canceled out, so we are now looking at the right side of our equation. We're taking 24 over 25, and in our calculators we need to put the number in first. So we're taking 24 divided by 25 equals 0.96, and now we're needing to take the inverse sine of that. So right above sine we see the inverse sine notation, so we push second inverse sine, and voila, we get our answer is 73, and we are going to round to 2 digits, so 73 is going to round up to 74. So our angle B is going to be approximately 73.74 degrees.